Dreamcon with Whyt Manga. So I'm going to ask you a few questions if that's okay.
100%.
All right. So how are you liking Dreamcon so far?
Dreamcon has been great. It's been nice to meet the fans in person and seeing that they're enjoying the stuff that I put out there on the internet. And just, beyond just the comments, it's nice to see, put faces to the fans and just enjoy their company despite the pandemic and just have fun that way. Aside from that, everything's been great. Great artwork, nice panel I just had. So far so good.
All right. So Whyt Manga is actually the co-founder of Saturday AM Comics. Can you tell us more about that?
Saturday AM is essentially the world's most diverse manga anthologies. We're kind of like a Shonen Jump, but we want to create content that's a lot more diverse and more representative of the world we live here in the West. We're heavily inspired and big fans of what we see coming out of Japan with Shonen Jump and things of that nature. But we're also inspired by what we see here in the West with Marvel and DC. And we're trying to combine those two worlds and make sure it's representative of everybody, white, black, everybody. And also, keyword thing is to tell interesting stories. And hopefully, that's kind of what we do. And hopefully everybody gets to see that and enjoy that. We have series like Clock Striker with the first black female lead in the shonen style manga. And then my series, Apple Black, a bunch of other series, Aura Show, an all-African manga, and so much more that you'll be able to check out Saturday-AM.com. If you can check out our app as well, where you can read the latest issues on Saturday-AM.com/app. There's Saturday PM as well. We also have a series there called Bakasi, and that's for the more seinen content. And then Saturday Brunch is for the more josei, female-friendly content. It's still mature, and not that all the content can be consumed by anybody, but it's more categorized in that format.
Okay, that sounds actually really amazing. So, Whyt, can you tell me about your influences, what inspires you, as well as your journey in this, big geek culture?
I've just really been like everybody here is really big into anime and manga, and I've been that way for a long time, and I've always been someone to entertain myself with drawing. And so when I used to play like Street Fighter a lot when I was much younger with the Super Nintendo, and I used to draw like the characters on the cartridges and things like that. And so that's how I started, and I've just kept on going that way. And it just got to a point where I felt like there was a story I feel like I needed to tell, which is Apple Black. Bakasi is what I do now. And so that's kind of what I did. Inspirations were a lot of people that I found online doing a similar thing, trying to go down a similar path. And I saw with the internet was the first time I saw like a path to break into the industry on your own terms, and take advantage of that and contribute to the community with tutorials and stuff like that. But at the same time, build an audience that you can hopefully one day convert into customers and fans of what you're currently doing, but at the same time get feedback from that world to make sure what I'm doing is good, right? Get feedback from fans, get feedback from credible sources within the industry who can actually help point you in the right direction and help you grow. And so I've been influenced by a lot of YouTube creators like Mark Crilly, another channel, Rona Projects, RIP, they tragically lost their artist long ago, but those were like very early on inspirations to get into the space and like take it seriously. And then also major series like the usual major series like Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, Gintama that help put me in that mindset to even want to create anything, right? I'm also a big fan of the Western stuff as well, but I think anime and manga is, even the way it's created was a real push for me to do it myself.
Okay, so you'd say you're a really well-rounded geek here. Like, you into everything, huh?
Yeah, I'm into TV shows. I don't even consume content nowadays just for the fun of it. I'm kind of dissecting it as well, watching it, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't, at least for me, and trying to understand, put myself in the shoes of the creator of whatever that piece of media might be, and see how I could tap into that kind of success and try to replicate that in a way that in my language.
Okay, so I know you have your YouTube channel, you have this going on. This is fantastic, amazing actually. You're actually a pioneer for this kind of stuff, like for Black people to get into manga and drawing their own stuff. So what advice would you have for somebody who's trying to do what you're doing?
I would say just put yourself out there. Put yourself out there. For first things first is you want to make sure you're actually good at it. You want to hone your craft. and learn. Always keep learning and take advantage of the internet. There are a lot of resources you can use to learn. You almost don't even need to go to college. The colleges probably have you can help you with networking depending on where you go sometimes. But I definitely would say to take advantage of the internet to learn and continue to learn, and then put yourself out there, put your work out there, and keep working hard. Consistency is key, and prepare yourself for when the luck comes, because you definitely need some luck if you're going to be successful in this space. It's a very small, tight group, and it's also very competitive. And so I would say, those number one advice: definitely get better. Make sure the content is good. Then be consistent, be prepared, be professional for when the luck comes.
Okay, so let's see. So anime has become really mainstream, manga and all of that now. So if you had to say, what would be a good place for somebody who wants to jump into it? What would you recommend for them to start?
Oh, so if they're new to anime and I was gonna recommend them something, I'd recommend them something that doesn't have that many episodes. So One Piece is out the window. None of that. No Naruto. Sorry. Even though they're good, but they're not ready. I would recommend something really good. Few episodes. Full Metal Alchemist. Death Note. Promised Neverland. And maybe Attack on Titan.
All right.
Those are very, especially if they're here in the West. I feel like those are the type of anime that I can more easily see as a TV show on a HBO or something like that, right? And there's not that many episodes, so it's not asking for too much. And that's an easy way to get your feet wet, and then you can go try the more mainstream stuff. I might throw a Cowboy Bebop and the Samurai Champloo in there, maybe.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time, Whyt.
Awesome.
So, any final words for the culture?
Stay safe out there.
Thank you so much. You've been great.
And it feels like you don't